Hello everyone, I'm RecB5.
And I am Sandman99, otherwise known as the Mad Bomber.
And welcome back to Madden NFL 2005, and we have a replay here to show, and Sandman might have already hinted at the contents of it.
Yes, well, last week we sort of went over your short passing strategy, particularly using audibles, to take advantage of coverage mismatches.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't from an audible. I actually was playing a practice game using the Minnesota Nords against the Chicago Wreckers. And, of course, I'm on offense right now with the Minnesota Nords.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, these guys had been cranking down on the run to the point where I could not run the ball at all.
Yeah, 10 and 11 men in the box all the time.
So eventually, well, looks kind of similar to this all the time, right?
Yep.
So basically, I just stopped calling run plays, and even on first down, which is in this case, I believe it's 1st and 10.
Yep.
I just come out with a shotgun play. And this formation started off as a formation similar to one that they use in the NFL nowadays, where number 83 there, who's actually the halfback, would be lined up about 3 or 4 yards behind the quarterback.
Yep.
And actually, modern NFL offenses, from what I've seen on TV, have started to use this formation similar to this in recent years.
Yeah, I believe they call it the pistol.
Yeah, but in real football, north of the border, where we play properly with 3 downs and a bigger field and one extra player on each side, CFL teams actually used that formation probably about 10 years or so before anybody in the NFL started using it.
Really? You know what?
Because in the CFL, it's a very pass-oriented offense, like offensive style, right?
I don't think I've ever...
because you only play 3 downs, so you have one less try to make 10 yards, right?
I don't think I've ever watched a full CFL game in my life.
Yeah. Oh, there's been some good ones. And you know what? There are some notable quarterbacks who played in the CFL who went on to have very successful careers in the NFL. Warren Moon probably being the most notable of them.
Yep, I know about that.
If you combine Warren Moon's passing yardage in the CFL with his passing yardage in the NFL, I think he probably threw for more yards than any other quarterback to ever play the game. Like something like 60,000 yards.
Jeez.
So anyway, but back to this now. People may have wondered why, if I line up in a shotgun, do I use 3 tight ends? And here's one of the reasons. If you look at the far right there, number 82, who is a tight end, he is being covered by the cornerback on the outside there, because I noticed even when you put, like, say, single back 3 tight ends out, well, the cornerback would just move in and go across from the outermost tight end and cover him as if he was a wide receiver.
Yep.
So that eats up one defensive back. And then if you zoom back out and look at the defense from the back, you'll be able to count. You got the next guy over is a linebacker covering that guy, and then the next guy over is a defensive back covering that guy.
Yep.
And then you have another linebacker in here, and I'm pretty sure that guy has been assigned to blitz or possibly play a short zone or something. We'll see what he does.
Yep.
And then if you zoom a little further back out, well, you see that you've got one safety over here playing back, right?
Yep.
So... And then over here, you've got a linebacker lined up across from that halfback that I motioned out of the backfield.
Yep.
And you've got, of course, the cornerback lined up over the wide receiver. So this is a mismatch right here.
This linebacker versus this halfback.
Linebacker, because that halfback has got about 95 speed. Okay. He's actually a converted wide receiver that I converted to halfback, a little trick that you sort of pioneered.
Yep.
When you wanted a speedy guy out of the backfield who could run your stretch game, right?
Yep.
Well, I don't run the stretch game very much, but I do throw to the halfback, motioning out of the backfield quite a bit. And the reason that I set up like this is because I'm looking to get a one-on-one matchup of this guy against a linebacker, or at worst case scenario, a safety. And, like linebackers and safeties don't tend to have the level of speed that cornerbacks do. So if we run this play now, you can see what happens. So he makes his little move at the line, and that makes Stratton there turn around with his back to the line of scrimmage. Stratton is obviously overmatched speed-wise, so he's already turned around and is trying to chase him.
Yep.
But the further this play goes, the wider the gap is that opens up between them, because this guy is simply a lot faster.
Yeah.
So he
Even
catches.
as,
So he catches the pass, and then I can just run away from everybody, right?
He tried to fingernail you.
He tries to fingernail me, but he doesn't have much of a chance. And you know what? Even number 49 there, the DB, he's not fast enough to catch me either. And this ended up being a 76-yard touchdown pass.
Wow.
Okay, and it's not because the defense called a bad defense or anything like that. I think what they were probably doing, if we go back to the middle of the formation and watch what that one odd out linebacker was doing, I think that guy, let's see what he was doing. Okay, he was dropping into a spy or a short zone in the middle, basically. So what they were doing is they were playing one deep with 5-man coverage and one short zone.
Yep.
Right? Which is, if you see a big set with one wide receiver, that's not necessarily a bad thing to call.
Yep.
Except that what I did was I created a mismatch because of the type of formation that I have out there, and the type of play that I drew,
and the type of player that you have,
and the type of player that I have on my team. And this guy has characteristics very similar to Kelvin Allen on the Crusaders, right?
Yep.
And so, this is just another one of the ways that I can take advantage of what they're doing out there, and they don't seem to recognize the fact that that guy is a more deep receiving threat than a tight end is, for example, so they don't put the cornerback over there to cover him.
Yeah, instead they just treat him like a normal halfback.
They just treat him like a normal halfback, and they cover him with a linebacker.
And that's never going to work.
Yeah, and you can see that one safety dropped into the middle of the field there, right? You see him move over to the middle of the field. He's playing a one deep coverage.
Yeah. But what he does there is he just kind of hangs around in the middle. He doesn't even really split the difference between those two.
And if you back
guys
up and see what the wide receiver's doing here, you'll notice too that he stands still for a couple of seconds and then just sort of heads toward the sideline. And watch what the cornerback does, right?
Yep.
You'll notice that the cornerback starts to back up as if he's expecting the wide receiver to run upfield. But then he'll move down and charge right up there and press on him because the guy's standing there looking like he's going to catch like a screen or something like that, right?
Yep.
And that opens up a huge gap between him and the receiver downfield who's actually catching the ball.
Yeah, there's no way he's going to get back there and interfere with that.
Because if you're playing against all Madden defenses, quite often those corners, if you don't do something like this, those corners, even if they're playing flat zones, will be able to still drop back far enough to possibly be part of this play.
Oh
right?
yeah, they'll make up that space like crazy. But they can't do it from this far away.
But if you do this with the wide receiver, basically what I did was I gave him a 2-second delay, and then I just had him run like horizontally straight toward the sideline.
Yep.
Which keeps that cornerback down at the line of scrimmage. And this is also useful against zone defenses because in this case they're playing a man coverage, but if they're playing a zone defense, then I read the cornerback, right? And I look at what he does, and if he drops off in a deep zone,
you can hit the flat.
Then I'll throw to the guy in the flat and pick up a few yards. And if he moves down and presses on that guy, then I know even if they're playing a 3-deep zone, the zone over on this side is going to be by a safety.
And it's going to be a little bit more in the middle of the field.
Exactly, and the safety starts at a slightly disadvantageous position in his deep zone, even in a 3-deep zone, which could maybe give me an opportunity to connect on this pass if I can lead it to the outside enough anyway.
Yep.
So anyway, that's kind of the anatomy of like one of the deep passes that can be created that works kind of okay against zone defenses, but it works really well against man coverage, and it works really, really well if you get a coverage mismatch like that. Anyway, on to the game.
All right. And we're back with Madden NFL 2005 Crusaders franchise Year 3, Week 4.
Yes, and in Week 4 we get our first real challenge of the season as we play the Badmen for the first time.
Yep.
And so far they're off to a 3-0 start.
Well, of course they are.
Of course they are. And they are an all-Madden team. They don't seem to have lost a step at all.
I think they gained a step in offense, actually.
Yeah. So, obviously they haven't run into enough cap trouble yet to start losing some of their better players.
Yeah, it can actually take a while for them to run into enough cap trouble for that to happen.
Yeah. And actually, I do have a league where I've played 9 seasons with the New York Spitfires. And what happens is eventually the all Madden teams become a little less all Madden. But some of the other teams that were average or marginal become stronger, because all of those all Madden players kind of get dispersed throughout the league on the various other teams, right?
Yep.
So it generally makes the entire league a little bit tougher without any of the, like completely standout powerhouse teams, right?
Yep.
Which means, of course, that you can end up with, like a team, a regular team, like say San Diego, that might, suddenly play you really, really tough.
Yeah, well, I noticed especially because I seen you play some of the games in your like Spitfires league, and a lot of the teams in that league are like 90 overall is like a stock overall.
Yeah. Basically the average overall rating increases.
Yeah.
Early in the season, but the contenders are attempting to emerge from the pack. Today's game features
It's chilly in Oakland today. Wow, only 60 degrees.
Yep.
Take on the home team. We're here for another great game. Welcome to the action. I'm Al Michaels, my partner John Madden.
These guys are lucky to have a quarterback.
And they
like
got
this
Blaine
to lead their team.
Rose.
He can make the best defenses look like some popular.
Well, hopefully I'll be able to sack him a couple times.
Yeah, maybe give him a concussion or, something like that.
Where will be his go-to guy once again, and for obvious reasons.
And these guys, of course, for people who've been watching for a while, they'll be familiar with the fact that the Badmen are basically a pass-first offense.
Yep, they love the long bomb.
Yep, they have the ability to run the ball, but they rarely do. And we have played some games where they have run the ball less than 15
times.
Less than 15 times, right?
Less than 5.
Maybe even less than 10 times anyway. For sure. They come out and they'll throw 50 passes in a game, right?
Well, I can't remember, but I think did Oakland have Randy Moss at this time, or
I don't remember. I think they might have had Jerry Rice at this time. Maybe. Although he would have been pretty close to retirement by now. Anyway, or if he wasn't already retired, I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, but they're a passing team built on top of an offense that is typically a passing offense, right?
Yeah.
And then, you take a passing offense and give them godlike players, and what do you think the result's going to be?
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm going to start off with my usual audibles, but I may have to make some adjustments depending on how tough they play on the defensive side. Because I do have, more conservative passing audibles that are kind of similar to Rec V5X's strategy. If they start, punishing me too much on the high-risk plays, right?
But it's not your go-to.
But it's not my go-to. It's what I'll go to if I'm not having any success doing what I normally do, right? That being said, we played a all Madden team in a practice game here recently too.
Yep.
And we gave them a severe thrashing, so hopefully things will go well here.
Back to the field.
Although not without cheese.
Not without cheese. They did manage to score a couple of cheesy touchdowns, but I think we managed to... You also scored a defensive touchdown in that game, I think.
I did. I scored a defensive touchdown, and then they had one of those touchdowns where a running back runs through the middle of the line, breaks like 3 tackles, and then runs into the end zone, right?
Yeah, and then they also had another one of those cheesy pass plays into the end zone where the receiver is covered by 2 guys very closely, and both of those guys just run with their hands at their sides and don't even make a play on the ball when it gets there. So
yeah, you just can't help these things sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a dice roll, and that's all there is to it.
From the 2-yard line.
Nice coverage.
Yeah, went after him.
So we have 1st and 10 here.
That being said, you're going to have to play everybody off all the time probably, because it's going to be all speed all the time, right? If I remember correctly.
Breaks a tackle. It was almost looking like that again.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, even their tight end is Crosby, right?
That's right.
And he is a deep receiving threat too.
Yep.
In fact, I remember I was throwing passes to him in the Pro Bowl game last season.
Yeah, you got to have a lot of fun with him.
And it was a dream come true. I loved throwing to that guy.
Hands it off to the back. Edwards stops him at the 33. Should be very interesting to see how this one turns out with two great quarterbacks.
Well, they started off with a couple of run plays in a row.
Yep.
Maybe they changed their coach in the offseason or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, now they got 4 wide receivers out there.
Watch, it's a dive play.
Receivers lined up tight. Pressure coming.
Ooh.
Wow, that was heading right at the safety. He'd have been a little bit more awake there.
Yeah.
They're big and they're strong in their back. Opposing offensive line.
Yeah, well, that halfback kind of blew his blocking assignment a little bit there too, eh?
They've got receivers bunched together on both sides of the ball.
I don't think that's the play I would have called there in that situation.
Yeah, well, you know what? If you'd have been playing your soft zone on that side, he would have picked up a first down or more, right?
Yeah, instead I had full man coverage.
Yeah. Well, I think probably against this team, full man coverage most of the time is probably a good strategy. When I play teams like this, that's what I usually do, and then I'll occasionally slip a zone defense in once in a while just to try and catch them off guard, right?
Hey, look at that. I got a 2.5-yard punt return.
Yeah.
1st and 10.
Well, they came out a 4-man line here. Oh. Okay, well.
In motion. Hand it off.
Oh, that safety just evaded that lineman in the open field.
Yeah. Well, that's what's supposed to happen, though, really, right?
Yep.
You know, offensive linemen typically should not be able to block safeties because there's just too much of a speed difference between them. This is interesting.
Jenkins with a man in motion.
You know what Madden 05 needs? Corn nuts.
Looking for an option with the
Corn nuts?
Corn nuts. I really want corn nuts right now.
Oh.
I don't have any.
Right there to make the catch.
The thing about a pass like that is it cuts down on the time the defender has to react to where the ball's headed.
With the throw.
Yep.
Number 51.
Textbook.
Makes the tackle at the 39-yard
Yeah, well, you got to do that, right?
There as they pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Okay, well, they appear to not be playing very much 3-4 this season.
Yeah, maybe they did change coaches
Yeah.
on both sides.
Strange, hey? Because they were a 3-4 based defense before.
Yep. They were a 3-4 base defense, and they were a pass first, pass all the time offense.
Hudson makes the tackle.
So who knows? Maybe we're going to see something atypical here.
Well, so far, we have seen something atypical here.
Yeah, I didn't even think to check who their coach was on the playbook screen.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. 5 yards to go. Changing the play now. Allen moves in motion.
I see you sneaking up there.
Gets the pass off. And this pass is
Big game.
Yep, big game. They've got fast enough players, though, that I'm not going to be able to turn something like that into a instant touchdown, but...
Yeah, I think even their safeties have like 99 speed. Like, it's ridiculous. That was probably the only reason why you didn't get a big touchdown there, though.
Probably, yeah.
Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Because that against anybody else, I'm pretty sure that would have been a touchdown.
Throwing on first down. Throws it. Perfect pass. Carter records the tackle.
Oh, that's a first down.
They get another first down here.
Well, they're not doing anything fancy, but good old-fashioned drop back and pass. And it's working.
Oh my.
They'll pass on first down. With the pass, and the catch is made. The receiver showing us soft hands on that reception.
The guy's been working really hard trying to improve. Looks like all that extra work is paying dividends.
Number 47 moves in motion.
See if we can see if that corner will turn around the wrong way and I can throw it to Easley maybe.
Yep.
Pressure fires.
That's exactly what happened.
He hits his receiver. That's a great catch by the
Now, that's the thing, though, right? Easley might not be faster than that corner, but he does have, like, very good acceleration and agility.
Yeah, he runs good pass routes.
And so he just ran that guy off the line. And if that had gone on any moment longer, that guy would have made up that space. But that's why you hit him on the break, right?
Well, that's why, you know, like that's a bit of a difference between you and me, too, is that I tend to read things before the play starts a little bit and make a guess as to what I think is going to happen, right? Whereas you tend to react more once you have snapped the ball. You make stuff up as you go along, right?
I mean, I try to read somewhat, but I don't know. I guess I'm just not as good at it as you. Which is also why I have a bit of a more conservative passing strategy with the short passing game. It's a bit easier to scan horizontally across the field in that context.
Yeah. See, I'm trying to alternate sides here, but it looks like maybe that backfired because they actually covered that side.
Yep.
I wonder if they always cover that side, and that's why we always kick it to the other side.
I don't know. I started kicking it to the other side because I have a tendency to shank it that way.
Oh.
So that's why I was doing that. Well, I'm sure glad they didn't throw it to that 90-speed fullback running down the middle.
Yeah.
Good read, finding the single coverage in the secondary. So they have first and 10 here.
Well, you know what? If you only give up 10 yards on a play-action pass, I guess that's not so bad.
The home team come out with 3 receivers tight. In the backfield for a short list.
Oh.
Great job getting in there.
Who's doing the push-ups there? It's you.
All right.
Or is that Perry now that got it?
Yeah, I think they gave it to Perry.
Did they give it to Perry?
Yeah, I think they gave it to Perry.
Oh.
Well, that's okay. He needs his sacks too, right? Oh,
Yeah, he shifted the other way.
he dodged around me.
Yeah. That's what happens, though, when you have gifted players playing that position. They can do stuff like that.
Yeah,
right?
they can do all kinds of crazy...
They start off going toward the gap, and you shut the gap off, and then suddenly they just change directions and run the other way, right?
Yeah.
Pass over anybody's head here, so they back up the secondary. The home team line up in trips bunch. Throwing.
Oh.
Well, I had a guy on that guy. It just didn't matter.
Yeah.
This is a great call on third down to keep this drive alive. They were in a tough spot here.
Well, it looked like you collapsed the protection on that side, too, but he managed to get it away just a little bit before you got there.
Crosby goes in motion. Dropping back to pass on a first down.
Ooh.
Yeah, we still got a guy around the edge.
You also got a guy through the middle that time, right?
Don't play those games.
Yeah, sometimes that early snap thing will backfire, right? Especially when you're passing, because it seems like your own offensive blocking isn't ready to go when you do that either, right?
That's right, yeah.
And then suddenly they've got, you've got people coming through the line unblocked everywhere. They left everybody in the block there. They had the running back in there to block. They had the tight end in blocking. Like, wow.
Receiver who is in single coverage. And This is the 7th play of this drive. They're in field goal range. Only one man in the backfield. Number 5 sends a man in motion.
Yeah, just make sure you're not offside, eh?
Yep.
Down. He surveys the field, gets the pass off.
No pressure.
Makes the tackle.
Yeah, but he's still throwing that into very close coverage, right? Like,
Throws the ball where only his receiver.
you know, there were 3 defenders in the area there.
Never seems to make a bad throw. Just about every pass is right on the money. If you ask me, he might be one of the most accurate passers in the league right now.
So they're inside the 20, need to get a touchdown. Dropping back. Closing in.
Oh, yeah.
Cedric Perry getting it done.
Great downfield.
Well, that's what happens, though, when you slip a zone defense in once in a while, and, you know, it's like they almost don't know what to do with it, right?
Yep.
Ninth play of this drive. They need 6. Douglas in the backfield on the ground.
Oh,
With the throw.
oh well. You got the stop anyway.
I can't believe that guy didn't catch that.
Yeah, well, you know what, though? That's, like I said, I think sometimes we're playing dice roll football, right? That's just how it goes sometimes.
Points on the scoreboard for the first time. The kick is
Because I would have thought that the previous pass he connected on where there were 3 defenders right there, that if anything, if they were going to make a dice roll for an incomplete pass, it maybe should have been that one, right?
He got all of that one. From the 4-yard line. To the
Oh, that guy missed the block there.
couldn't stop them from getting.
Ah, well,
into the
at
end
least we
zone
got to over the 20.
Yeah.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Jenkins with a man in motion.
Okay, well, let's see what happens here.
Looking for an option on the move.
Got it away just in time.
Yep, got it away just in time.
Nice job buying a little bit of time and then completing the pass for the first down.
That's another one of those things that you really need to be careful on defense. He likes to open things up a little downfield, buying time by rolling out or bootlegging.
Hopefully they don't have that safety going down to the flat there. They do that sometimes, right?
Pass play here on first down.
Not this time, though.
Not this time, though.
Humphrey is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 49-yard line. He fired that ball right into the receiver.
Yep, the receiver ran a precise route, was making his cut just as a quarterback was putting that one in the air.
Changing the play now. Jenkins sends a man in motion. Directing traffic.
Oh, brother.
Dropping back.
Oh.
Throwing.
What was that?
Defensive end.
Yeah, I guess I should have tried lobbing it over him or something, hey?
Yeah.
That was pretty fishy, man. Defensive end, a defensive end flat zone that's able to knock that down. Wow.
Well, they do have those 99 speed defensive ends, right?
He sees something in the defense. Number 47.
It's just it's one of those things that'll absolutely startle you is the range that some of these players have.
With the throw. Breaking.
Yep, I guess so.
The 30. Hendricks.
Well, it turns out we got a pretty big gain on that play anyways.
Yeah, I think Parkman was your personal protector there.
Yeah, well, that's why we go with max protect when we throw these.
First and 10. Jenkins with a man in motion. Allen.
Nice.
Loses.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh,
I
man.
almost made it into the end zone.
3-yard line. Impressive run there, and a fresh set of down.
You know,
That was nice.
Or missed tackles. One thing a defense has to be able to do to have success in this league is to tackle well.
That was a 20-yard run.
Now, this is exactly how to get the ball in the end.
Well, Parkman will get the job done.
Yep.
Guard and keep pushing and pushing until they're putting up.
Yeah, this is his office.
It's on its way. The extra point attempt is good. The visiting team are lined up for the kickoff. Booming kick downfield.
Wow, look at that.
From the 1-yard line.
Well, he's trying to run it out, though.
Yeah, well, that one was close enough to the goal line that I'm, like just the way that the
It might have spotted him badly.
also the way that the players seem to react in this game too. They'll take a step or two ahead before you have control of them too, right? Like that's why if I'm just inside the goal line, I'll call a fair catch just to make sure.
Nah, did you see him? He actually turned Travis Wade inside out there.
Yep. Yeah, I think you had a lot of pursuit there, and that's one of the advantages to playing a lot of man defense is that your pursuit on that kind of run play is pretty good, right?
But they always seem to be a big factor when the game's on the line.
The home team come out with 4 wide receivers lined up tight. Kansas City.
Well, wide receivers aren't the best run blockers.
No, they're not.
Even all Madden wide receivers.
Yeah, even though you didn't have any defensive linemen in that formation, it's still a pretty tough go to run. That's why I've tried that formation, that single back tight, in my offensive playbooks from time to time. But I always eventually abandon it because it's a great passing formation, but it's not very good to run out of, right?
Yeah.
And I've never had any success running any of the run plays out of it, whether it's, ooh, you got him there, whether it's plays that I designed myself or even out of the box plays, right?
Yeah.
I've never really had any consistent success running out of that formation. So I prefer to go with things that are a little more versatile, like even the shotgun based offense that I use now, I can still run out of it with some success sometimes, right?
Yep. That came in low like a bullet.
Yep.
No hang time and not so much distance for a punter like you'd expect on a team like this.
No. Well, maybe that's where some of their cracks are, right?
They give it to the halfback. Williams records the tackle at the 49. Maybe a yard.
Yeah, well, maybe the last team we played has their superstar punter from these guys.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy pinned us inside the 5 like 4 times in that game, eh?
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Throws on the move.
Oh, I almost got away.
Yeah, almost. That defensive end was coming for you, though.
Yeah.
Puts the ball away, and that's his 4th pass reception so far.
Could be a cover, too.
Could be. It's hard to say.
Looking downfield with the pass. Carter takes him down.
Hey, you know what? Coleman might be getting old and he might have dropped the slot, but he's still got it.
Yep. Well, he can still catch the ball most of the time when I throw it to
How
him.
much he'll hit the receivers in the numbers. He puts a ball where either his guy will catch it or no one will.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Jenkins with a man in motion.
Well, that's an interesting response.
Throwing on first down. Gets rid of it. Right to him.
But you mean to tell me that the response to motioning a running back out in flat isn't to crowd the line with 11 men in the box?
Well, that's not what I would do.
They just need to bring their 12th man down.
Yeah.
Everyone's open.
The home team come out in a nickel pack. Calling an audible. it off to the fullback.
Yeah, the guard there is up there blocking the safety instead of blocking the linebacker, eh?
Yep.
He made a name for himself with plays like that. He's one of those guys that every defensive
Should
coordinator
never
would
happen
love
that
to have on
way.
the team. He's smart, he plays with good intensity, and he's a heck of
They
a
should
leader
always block the
on multiple
linebacker
fields.
first. EA.
Jenkins sends a man in motion. Dropping back, throws it, goes down, and gets it. Number 51.
Marshall got it.
Yeah, well, that was kind of the idea, right? I wanted
Yeah,
to
the receiver showed great concentration.
just make this a shortish third down situation instead of having to... Oh my, okay, well, I'll do the motion thing anyways, but...
Gets the pass off.
Easy. And the rookie gets a touchdown.
Another one. He's had one or two already in this season, too.
Yep.
They don't always put the right defense out, though. When you put 5 wide, like I've noticed it, I put 5 wide receivers out, and they're playing 4-3.
Yep.
You know, like it's crazy.
It's always going to create mismatches when they do things like that.
Yeah. I didn't look to see what they were doing this time around, but, I mean, even if they, sometimes they'll audible to something out of a dime package or something like that, right? Like you can tell that the formation that they audible to is a dime formation, but they're still playing it with linebackers, right?
Yeah, with 4-3 personnel. It's just a weird thing that they do.
Yeah.
And he got all of that one. A great kick. From the 6. The home team will start the drive from the 18.
Okay.
It's 1st and 10. Douglas, the deep man. Number 5 sends a man in motion. With the carry, play action, throwing.
And that's why you deep zone.
Yep. Well, they're doing the play action thing, and they left the tight end in to block again that time, eh?
Yep.
They've been doing that quite a bit in this game.
Loosening up the coverage on the outside.
They must be terribly afraid of your pass rush.
Gives the ball off.
Another play action.
Yep.
Throws it.
That one was covered pretty well, too, though. I think that one hit your defender in the back of the head, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever had a chance to set his feet. I'll tell you one thing. This defensive coach sure has his defensive lineman pumped up.
Kansas City drops its safeties into deeper coverage to be more prepared for the long pass. The backfield is empty, and they'll go with 5 receivers. With the pass, perfect.
Yep, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, you can have that pass. I don't mind.
Yep.
Now here's the punt unit as the defense forces a 3-and-out. Here's the punt. He's waving for the fair catch.
Oh, look.
Did that actually stay in bounds?
It actually stayed in bounds.
Wow.
1st and 10. Looking for room. Number 51 takes him down at the 42-yard line. They went with the running play.
You never know when you're going to find some room and break loose into the secondary.
They need 7. Directing traffic. Jenkins sends a man in motion. Changing the play now.
No lineman that time.
Yeah, there's no lineman out there that time. Oh, got pushed out of bounds.
26-yard line. Deliver that pass to the perfect spot, and it's a big gain.
We talked about how good he was a little earlier. He never seems to get rapid.
Wow. So their response is to bring everybody up to the line now, eh?
Where he's going up against
Apparently.
a great quarterback.
Yeah.
He loves the pressure, and he's always seemed to rise to the occasion.
Oh,
Looks like he's calling an audible.
guess we're not throwing to him now.
Going to the air on first down. Surveying the field. Throwing the one. Incomplete.
I guess I was a little bit too quick to call that audible that time. I didn't wait to see what they were doing for coverage, right?
Well, it happens to the best of us.
Dropping back. Throws it. And it's complete. Humphrey takes him down.
No, they're not going to give you the first on that.
No, not
Yeah,
quite.
the defense is real good at putting a quick end to completion.
And here's what they've been able to do so far on third down.
Third down conversions are usually a good barometer of how well your offense is playing. It means that your offense is making big plays when they need them.
Gets rid of it. He hits his receiver. He's inside the 10. Dives and makes the tackle.
Watch it here. This is
Well, we've been here before.
Yeah, it's looking like you're going to score again.
This is a heck of a throw and catch to pick up that first down.
They'll go with the run once again. Number 96.
That's a defensive lineman.
At the 2-yard line.
There you go. It takes a defensive lineman to stand Parkman up.
Very quickly.
Well, that's okay. I still advanced the ball a yard.
Holding up at the point of attack. He has a fast first step. He can explode through the hole. But he needs a line to
Okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to do the same thing again since they seem to be wanting to make too wide of a front for me to run around them.
He'll get the ball again. Oh, records the tackle at the 2. So he looks to be okay, but he'll have to come out for at least one play. 2 more yards and they'll be in the end zone.
Oh, somebody get hurt from that? Oh, I think the defensive lineman got hurt from that.
Oh,
Helmet-to-helmet collision by the looks of it.
well, we'll try this time around. We got our speed guy back there. Maybe I can get a bit of a block and run around everybody.
Crosses it left. Allen.
Looks like it.
They cash in on 3rd and short.
There's a surprisingly large variety of things that I can do from this formation, right? You know, like rushing wise.
Yep.
It's not just a pounded up the middle kind of a thing. I can go counter, or I can go toss like that, or
Well, and especially the difficult thing is that the inclination to defend against that is to stack guys in the middle, right?
yep. Well, and the thing is that out of that formation, that particular play I just ran is one of the few instances where a toss play is actually somewhat effective. Because it's fast and you get a lot of blockers in front of you really quick, right?
Good kick should be returnable.
Well, that might be historically why they played the monster defense.
Yeah.
On their last drive, it was 3 plays and out, and now the offense comes out onto the field once again. It's 1st and 10. The home team line up in trips bunch. Gets rid of it.
Don't you love it when the guy hikes the ball before he says set?
Yeah. Well, they're trying to catch you out of position, right? That one there, though, he was a little bit out of bounds when he tried to catch that.
The corners are backing off.
Uh-oh, I went the wrong way.
That's okay. You were in a good position to stop that run because you at least had the the strong side of your defense up against the strong side of their offensive formation,
You'll
right?
see them wear down a bit. That kind of give and play, a defensive lineman can get blocked by the guard and the center. Then have to face a running back coming at him full speed.
The home team come out in the bunch formation. With the throw, number 20 makes the play at the 33.
Well, he was step for step with them, but he just held on to that one.
Yeah.
Crosby's a good receiver.
Yeah, he is. He's going to catch those most of the time.
That time he found the right guy, and he made a good throw.
Backing off.
Bunch formation.
The home team line up in the bunch formation. Throwing. And
There he is again.
records the stop at the 48. How about that speed?
Right? I think that the strategy of making him a pass blocker wasn't really working for them, so it looks like they're going to send him out into the formation and throw to him a little now, eh?
The corners are backing off. The home team line up in trips bunch. Short swing pass.
Oh, no!
There's a penalty on the field.
Yeah.
That's why you don't have your pass rushing linebacker play pass coverage.
There's so many limbs flying and body parts moving
Well,
around.
that was
You
pretty
just tackle
cheesy, though,
whatever
and
you
very
can.
convenient
Grab
play
it,
call.
move.
Very convenient
Sometimes you
timing,
get a handful
right?
of mass.
They're just trying to maintain possession till they hit 2 minutes so that they can whip out the hurry up on you.
Coverage on the outside.
Yeah, the unstoppable hurry up.
Yeah.
Number 5 with split backs. Dropping back. Throws it. And he
Well, whoever that was dropped that one.
That's a running back.
Yeah.
Might have dropped that because he's a running back.
Yeah.
That wasn't very good coverage, though.
Well, again, though, that's those really wide flare passes. And if they have enough room, he can actually turn upfield
play of this drive.
and run away from your coverage on that.
Crosby, the man in motion. With the throw.
Nope,
This pass is
ain't happening.
Yep, somebody got their hands up, knocked it down.
You know, they were trying a wide receiver flat there. That's what that was.
Yeah, looked like even if he missed it, there was a coverage guy there too,
Grant
though.
is ready to pump
Yep,
this
man
one away.
coverage guy.
Here's the punt. And he signals
Yeah, their
the
punter is not
fair
as good as the Scorpions punter was, that's for sure. That guy had an absolutely great game. He was the only player on that team that had a good game last week.
Watch, he'll end up being like one of the best punters in the league.
Yeah.
Calling an audible.
Oh,
In the backfield.
Yeah, nobody blocked that linebacker again. I'll bet you if you look at the replay, see that number 67 there? He's
Yep.
going after the safety.
he didn't even engage him.
Yeah, like, okay. EA, if anybody from EA ever sees this, block this guy, okay? Right? This guy blocks that middle linebacker, first and foremost. He doesn't bother with this guy who's actually running in the opposite direction
He's
of the play.
playing a deep zone.
Anyway, right? Like, really, seriously.
He gets his
Yep.
helmet right under his chin, and wham, he takes him straight to the turf.
I don't know how they did I'm not a programmer guy or anything like that, so I don't know how they did the logic for blocking in this game, but they really screwed the pooch on that. Because, that's just wrong. It's pointless to block a guy who's 10 yards downfield when you don't block the guy who's actually going to stop the run, right?
Yep.
The 31.
Who's like 2.5 yards off the line of scrimmage.
And we've reached the 2-minute mark here in the first half.
Well, it's the 2-minute warning. Let's see what we got.
Nice
Looks
job
like we
so
got
far
man
on third down for the
coverage,
offense, and we'll see if that continues here. Gets the pass off.
Well, Jefferson will come through for you.
Yeah, we'll just throw the short pass over the middle for the first down, eh?
So we have first and 10 here. Number 47, the man in motion.
Yeah, we'll run a little bit off the clock here. Just in case things don't work out, we'll try and make sure they don't have any time to do anything back.
Come on now, back to play. Robert, Rob. In and out. Come on. Get up, D. Get up.
Going to the air on first down. Fires it out.
Now, they actually had a guy kind of covering him, but,
Oh, they're going to stop the clock.
yep, they stopped the clock. They give us another 5 yards, but stop the clock.
He unloaded, and he got it completed.
First and 10. The home team come out in a nickel package. Jenkins with a man in motion.
Mad dog over. Witchy, come on.
Dropping back. He surveys the field, throws on the run, on the money, at the 30, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 24.
Yeah, having a player who can catch in that position is extremely important.
Yep.
He's got almost 100 yards receiving in this game already.
Yeah, well, you found out personally how much it sucks to not have somebody who can catch there.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to have somebody who can catch the ball.
Drops back, gets the pass off, and this pass is completed. Wright makes the play at the 11-yard line. And they find themselves in scoring range. Jenkins with a man in motion.
Get at him, D. All right.
Well, Rhodes has got double coverage.
Delta, switch one. Buck fire.
Dropping back to pass on first down. To the end zone. He's there. He slips behind the secondary and got open for the touchdown.
Now that's just how they practiced it.
See, that's a mismatch too, right? Because I've got linebacker on Easley,
Yep.
and as soon as he turns around the wrong way, I know I'm going to be able to throw it to him, because if I lead this to the outside, and the way that this little out route works here, basically you see how the cornerback plays close to the line of scrimmage?
Yep. Yeah, and easily we'll just go and get that.
Yep. Well, and that linebacker doesn't really stand much of a chance, because linebackers are not necessarily very good coverage guys.
Even high-rated ones.
Yeah.
Number 12 comes in to attempt the point after.
Yeah, coverage linebacker is really a truly special player, even on an all-Madden
The
team.
kick is up.
Yeah.
The extra point attempt is good.
But so far, I've pretty much had my way with these guys.
The visiting team are lined up for the kickoff.
As have you.
Yep. Well, speaking of coverage linebackers, that's why you play nickel and dime a lot, right?
Yeah, having that extra defensive back out there, even if he's only an average defensive back, really helps the pass coverage a lot.
Loose
Oh!
the visiting team.
Oh, okay, well, let's see what happens here. Are they going to let it stand, or are they going to challenge it?
So after the fumble,
They're
now
going to
it's
let it
first and 10.
stand.
I
Wow.
guess it was a fumble.
Texas 35.
Allen comes in motion.
Okay, well, they brought a guy out to cover him.
Pass play here on first down.
So we'll throw the same pass, but we'll throw it to Rhodes
Great
this
pass
time.
for the touchdown.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
a veteran
man.
receiver, and he knows how to get open in the end zone.
You know, I have to say, I'm very unimpressed with the new coaching staff here of the Badmen.
Yeah, well, look at this. I'm in the shotgun formation, even if it is a shotgun big, I guess, right?
Yep.
It's got two tight ends and a fullback. But still, when you see shotgun, you might not want to have everybody crowded up to the line like that. And you also probably want to cover the wide receiver in the formation with more than one guy, right?
Yeah, it was terrible. Terrible play call.
So let's pick up the action.
Well, it's just another day at the office for Bo Jenkins.
For the extra point.
4 touchdown passes in the first half.
And he brings on the extra point.
You could almost sub in the second stringers.
Yeah, I could, eh?
The visiting
Give
team
Green a
set
little bit
to
of
kick
playing
the
time in the second half or something.
Nice distance. From the 8-yard line. The home team will start this drive from the 21-yard line.
Well, looks to me like they're just going to try and run the ball, and then that's going to be it.
It's first and
So I
10.
guess all you need to do is just make sure they don't get a freebie.
Douglas. He's brought down behind the line for a short.
Sure.
Douglas is stuck
I'll go with that one.
They're just relentless when the offense decides to run the ball. They break
Oh,
down
they're going to make me call a play, though.
Yeah, you're going to have to call a play. The clock will run out before they get this play off, but... Well, it's been a pretty lopsided game so far, Recti 5X.
Yeah, I can't believe it. We had a harder time against the Scorpions.
Yeah, really. Anyway, it's time for the halftime stretch.
All right. And we're back.
Yes. And so far, it has been a very lopsided contest where I have thrown for nearly 300 yards in the first half.
booming kick down.
Mainly because they have been so energetically working on stopping the run.
Are you going to use your second string quarterback?
Not quite yet. I'm going to let Bo, build up some statistics here because there are still things like, MVP and stuff like that at stake, right?
Great job throwing on first down, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Yeah, these guys are playing so bad they might as well be a cupcake team at this point.
Yeah, well, that's the thing though, right? I mean, every time you see them, even in this alignment here, where they leave the safeties back, well, as soon as they pull that corner in, I mean, they're responding to something where they're going to try and shut down the run, right?
Yeah.
And personally, I don't care. Even if I see a tight formation like that, I'm going to leave the cornerbacks out wide. In fact, I do. That's basically how I play, right?
Well, I think whatever change in coaching they had in the offseason has really, really hurt them.
Yeah. See here, even they've more or less got 8 guys in the box, right?
Yep.
With a man in motion.
And I'm going to pass against that kind of defensive alignment every time, right?
Yep.
Because I'm rewarded with a big game like that when I do it.
Yeah, and this is entirely a coaching thing. Like these guys are a wonderfully skilled team with superstar personnel in every position, and this is just a coaching problem, this game. This entire game can be boiled down to a coaching problem.
Yeah, pretty much. They make much too aggressive play calls on both offense and defense. And they don't adapt to what you're doing very well. Right?
They've averaged over 8 yards per pass play on first down.
And the scoreboard helps tell the story.
No pass on first down. Gets rid of it, and it's complete. Another run. Hudson with the stop.
Well, he tried to play that. He just didn't do a very good job of it.
Yeah, well, he didn't completely screw the pooch on that play. He did sort of play it right.
Maybe they're starting to wise up to that kind of thing now that you've thrown it to him a couple times.
Well, I think what helped that completion, though, too, is the fact that... whoops.
Jenkins sends a man in motion, directing traffic.
Whoops. I don't know how to call... I don't know how to cancel an audible.
Rip.
Jenkins stops the clock with that timeout.
Okay, we'll try this again. I just went and motioned the wrong guy, right?
Yep. That happens sometimes. It's not like you need your timeouts in this game anyways.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it's basically the same offensive play call against the same defense with one-on-one coverage on Rhodes there.
Ridiculous.
Pass play here on first down.
Okay, well, we'll throw it to Marshall.
Tackle to bring him down. The visiting team.
They somehow managed to disguise their intentions there a little bit. Eh?
Every
Every now and then they'll do something like that. You know, like you pick them apart and pick them apart forever and ever, and then suddenly,
Calling an audible now.
out of nowhere,
Rhodes in motion.
No, I think it's you who had the idea that sometimes the AI just has their own controlled player out on the field there.
With
Yeah.
the carry.
Good job, Joe Winters.
yep, that helped a lot. That was going to be a failed play if he hadn't got out there and got that.
Back to the run on that.
That was actually pretty darn good. See that loose player in space, right? Because I can at least outrun most of these guys and make a few yards.
Yep.
You would think, though, that by now, after throwing for nearly 400 yards against these guys, that they'd be kind of soft against the run, right?
Nope, they're going to crank even harder down on the
Because
run.
I've run for 41 yards so far in this game, right?
They're just going to keep cranking down and cranking down and cranking down.
Yeah, there is no running allowed in this game, basically. See, it's just like playing in the CFL game, right?
Dropping back. Throwing. And right, takes him down at the 7-yard line. Jenkins with a hot hand on this drive.
And what he's doing is sitting back there in the pocket, seeing everything, making great decisions, and getting the ball to the right guy. He's playing very
See, they
well
just put a
right now.
4-3 defense out against a
5 wide receivers.
5-wide receiver set.
Jenkins sends a man in
And now
motion.
I think that's a linebacker covering Herman over there.
If you can keep it in bounds.
Yeah, well, I might throw it over the middle to the buddy here.
Throws it, and he hits his target. Number 51 stops
Oh,
him
they didn't
at
give you the
the
TD for that one, though.
Nope.
Jefferson didn't have much room
That's
to do
okay.
anything with
I'm
that.
at
Yeah,
I'm
they
at
got the coverage, and they made the
that
short
range where
play
I can just
instead of
kind of
playing
pound it in
double
now, I
fans,
think.
like going
Yeah, you can just
to
give it to Parkman.
Play to the right.
The Parkman toss
Yep.
for an inch.
Yeah, well, it's look at this though, right? I mean, in theory, this guy, the guard, should block that guy. Tackle should block that guy. Tight end should block that guy.
Yep.
But that doesn't happen because neither the guard or the tackle actually block anybody, right?
And the tight end wants to go block the safety.
See, well, look at where number 62 is going though, right? He's targeted this guy already.
Yeah, what is Marshall doing? He's running to go. He's going to block the ref backer. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't know where he's going. And number 76, I have no idea where he's going either. The only reason that we got a touchdown on this is because we only needed to move the ball ahead by a foot,
Yep.
right? This will statistically show up in the game stats as a run for 0 yards, right?
Well, that's okay. You know, Parkman made the Pro Bowl on less.
The play
Yeah.
on the field.
Like but that's the kind of garbage that you have to put up with, though, right?
Yep.
You know, like it's terrible.
Because they all have straight ahead blocking assignments. It's not like there's anything special going on in their blocking assignments.
No. You know, like I said earlier in this game, whoever designed the logic for the blocking completely screwed it up
Visiting team are
because
ready
it
to
makes
kick
no
this
sense
one
what
off.
they do sometimes.
And he got all of that one. A great kick. From the 6-yard line. The home team will start the drive from the 20-yard line. So they have 1st and 10 here. The corners are backing off.
But the thing is that if they played normally, and if I would have, you know, like 100 yards on the ground by now, which would be probably about normal for this type of game,
The score would be half
the
of what
score
it
would
is.
be half of what it is right now, right? Because basically I'm forced to pass on almost every down, and every time I pass, I pick up 20 yards, right? And it's better to allow 4 yards per carry on the ground than 20 yards per pass through the air, I think.
Takes the pass off. He finds his man. Carswell makes the stop at the 21-yard line. Number 5, great athlete, and throws one of the prettiest balls in the NFL.
Yeah, receivers love playing with him because he'll never hang you out to dry. That's something he's always had. Good rotation and a soft touch.
Kansas City puts its secondary in better position to stop the pass. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Drops back. Pressure. Throwing. And he makes the
See, and even though they were successful here, if you look at the way they play defense and then you look at the way you play defense, well, it's no wonder that you're much more successful than they are, right?
Well, it's because I've got, like, if you take a look here, I've got, like, 5 guys off the line trying to play coverage, right?
Yeah.
And then 2 safeties back deep. Like 7 guys off the line trying to play coverage total.
Yeah, they had crisscrossing crossing routes there, right?
Yeah, and that's probably what opened them up there.
Yeah, and the guy crossing from the left is the guy that he threw it to.
Well, that sort of thing can confuse the players on the field sometimes. And get them open, get picks, other things like that.
2 yards per carry average.
Which is one reason why they find themselves on the short end of the stick right now. It's hard to have consistent success without balance.
But the funny thing is that even though the way that you play defense, if they wanted to run the ball, they could probably run for 130 or 140 yards a game.
But they won't.
But they don't, right?
That's why they're losing.
The only time you ever see an AI team with over 100 yards rushing against either of us is if they get one of those phony baloney long runs, right?
Yep.
And they get 50 or 60 yards all in one shot. If they can't get one of those kinds of plays, then they very seldom will even reach 100 yards on the ground.
Number 5 with split backs. Under pressure with the throw.
That was overthrown.
Yeah. Well, it looked like Zach Mack there slipped his block and was on his way, right? So he had to get rid of it probably quicker than he wanted to.
Kansas City puts its secondary in better position to stop the pass. The home team line up in a 5-receiver set this time.
Yeah!
Great effort that
That's
time.
linebacker on offensive lineman there, too.
Yeah.
I love that.
Let me tell you.
I wonder who got credit with the sack there.
I don't know, it's hard to say. You both got there about the same time.
Yeah. Oh, it might have been Perry, might have been Boston.
And we go back to the
I guess we'll see at the end of the game.
Yeah.
For the 5th time tonight, the coach sends in the punting unit.
They actually haven't even had the ball very much, eh? They've only punted 5 times and scored once.
And he chooses not to return this one.
Well, I guess you've been eating up a lot more clock than you think.
I guess so.
It's 1st and 10.
Oh, you know what? It might have been that kickoff fumble.
Yeah. Yeah, actually.
Set. Delta, switch one. Cowboy, 28.
Marshall goes in motion.
Wow. Okay. Well,
It's not the reaction that you would expect.
well, they definitely moved more guys over to that side.
Brings him down for a loss.
I'll tell you, he might be one of the smartest.
Yeah, they also brought the safety down to the line.
Yeah, they had everybody at the line.
Then boom, he drags the ball carrier down for a loss.
You're like, stop. Please, I don't want to throw long bombs anymore.
Sends a man in motion.
Well, I'm trying to, just add a little variety into my attack. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's kind of pointless, but...
Looking for a receiver. And it's complete.
Ooh, had a spy there lurking in the middle, huh?
I guess so, yeah.
Pass, but didn't go anywhere.
Nope, they were on him like glue.
Well, you made it to the 20.
It's 3rd down, and they have a long way to go.
Set.
Jenkins with a man in motion.
Stay on him. Stay on him. Somebody's about to get lit up.
Drops back with the throw. Perfect.
Nice.
Seems like all they have to do is just throw it near this guy, and he finds a way to come down.
That wasn't loose coverage either.
No.
Had to throw that just about perfectly to get it there.
Right there, he just showed us why.
But that's what having a quarterback who's won a couple Super Bowls and developed his accuracy, that's what he'll do for you.
Yeah, well, that's what 99 pass accuracy does, right? The ball goes to where you're aiming, usually.
Hands it off to the fullback. And he chases him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Except for those times when it doesn't.
Yeah, well, I'm not having much luck. You know, like I said, I'm not having much luck running the ball today.
It's second down and 10 to go. The home team come out in a nickel package. He's looking, rolls right, gets rid of it.
Oh, he dropped it. Well, I had delivered it where it had to go. That's for sure. Right?
Yeah, he did everything right.
He just didn't catch the ball. But that's how they stop you, though, right? They'll make your receiver drop a couple of passes and that kind of stuff, you know.
And it gives your offense a fresh set of downs to work with.
Dropping back, looking for an option, throwing.
Well, he caught that one at least.
Yeah, well, a slant is pretty easy money against that kind of coverage, right?
Some quarterbacks love blitzing corners because they know that there's one less cover man out there, and they have a lot better shot at hitting someone in stride.
Look at this, right?
Jenkins with a man in motion.
That's insane. Why play like that?
Dropping back to pass on first down. On the run.
Oh, he dropped it.
Throw there, John, but the back failed to hang on to it.
You have to be able to make those catches.
8th play of this drive. Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Okay, I'm definitely going to try for Herman this time because I've got linebacker coverage on him, right?
Yep.
On the move. And the catch.
Oh, fingernailed.
Yeah, that's okay. The safety was going to get him anyway, but...
First down after another. They're putting together a nice-looking drive here.
1st and 10.
Yeah, but again, they put a 4-3 defense out against 5 wide receiver set, right? It's pretty easy to pick them apart when they do stuff like that.
He'll pass on first down with the throw, and he makes.
And that's a touchdown. Bye-bye. Oh, maybe that guy will catch me.
He's just a little too fast.
Yeah, he's just a little too fast, and Mills just isn't quite fast enough. But
they're getting it done by
that's okay.
It's Parkman's time again. See, this is where you run the clock.
Yep. Pretty much.
Like he's calling an audible.
Oh, Golston's time.
Well, it looks like there's 2 defenders lined up across from where Parkman would be going. And it's a little less populated on Golston's side, right?
He just got hit. He's lucky to be able to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, maybe they're getting a little sick of Parkman scoring touchdowns.
Yeah, he's got 2 this game so far.
The offense dictate the pace of the game.
Oh, they spread the line.
Okay, well, I pretty much have to do this now.
Again with the carry.
Oh, they're
Holding.
gonna. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
That
Wow.
run won't count. They'll be called for a hold.
Okay.
Only marker down.
That was a little delayed, Al.
2nd and goal. The home team come out in a nickel package. Jenkins
Look out.
sends a
Run
man in
time.
motion. Surveying the field.
Uh-oh.
Close in.
Yeah, see now then suddenly they drop back and blanket everybody. That penalty is what made
Killed
that
this drive, yeah.
killed this drive, right? It's just too convenient.
And goal to go. These third downs haven't been much of an obstacle, and it's helped them to take the lead. Looking for an option, gets the pass off.
Yeah, so there.
Yeah, you'll get it anyway.
Yep, I'll get it anyway. They can't stop me. They can give me penalties and get a sack, and you know what? They still can't stop me. Because I am the Mad Bomber.
So
Apparently.
let's on the extra point.
You know, racking up 56 points against an all Madden team.
And it's up.
Ooh, I almost missed that extra point.
I jinxed it.
So that touchdown was the exclamation point on a drive that covered more than half the field and ate up a lot of time.
And that was a result of great play calling. They were able to get good chunks of yardage, and that moved the chain. Eventually, it got him in the end zone.
He got all of that one.
Oh, they're covering this side this time.
From the 6-yard line to the 20. Refuses to go down.
Well, that's okay. Number 37, whoever that is, will just feed that guy an elbow.
First and 10.
Well, I've definitely played tougher games against much lower rated teams than this.
Yeah, for sure. These guys have played absolutely terribly.
Stuff like a turkey. I mean, less than 2 yards isn't very good.
Tossing it over the middle. Right to him.
Well, we actually had somebody sneak through the middle there, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, well, you had defensive end coming there too, overpowered his blocker. But
That high pass to get it.
Teams are set for the fourth quarter of play.
sometimes they just get rid of the ball really fast, right?
So they have first and 10 here. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Throws it. Great throw. The defender brings him down at the 48-yard line. Hudson was there to make the catch
well.
for the first down.
He's glad he made that catch. I'm
Boy,
sure
they sure are
quarterback
loving
will
their
look
play
his way
action,
again
aren't they?
when he needs another
Yeah,
first
well, they
down.
haven't really run the ball much, but you know, like that again, though, that's one of the things that makes no sense in this game, the way it was designed.
The home team
Is
line
that,
up in trips bunch. Gets the
In
pass
real
off.
life, for play action to work, you actually have to try and run the ball a little bit.
That's a good job
Right.
of reading
Did you see
the
that? That was a
ball
pretty slick
so the
pass
receiver
knockdown.
can't
Yep.
make the catch.
Had multiple guys trying to knock that down.
Yeah, well, you had the multiple layers of defenders in the middle that time.
They're
Right?
going with a form of bunch formation here. Throwing.
Oh,
A big
that's a
turnover.
dropped
One thing
interception
remains
right there.
constant. No matter what kind of quarterback you are, rushing your throws is going to end up in incompletion or worse.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. Kansas City is trying to prevent anything long here. And
Yeah, this has
backs
been
up
one of
the
those
corners
games
and
again
safeties.
where you basically put up a no trespassing sign at the 40-yard line,
Drops
right?
back. Pressure coming with the
Oh, there, he managed to make it over the 40. That's probably like only the second time in this game.
Quarterbacks have confidence throwing at this guy because
You know, it's because they ran that 12-yard curl, right, against the man coverage scheme here.
Yeah.
That'll happen if they do that kind of thing.
first and 10.
Twin wide receivers.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him with the pass, and it's caught. Number 20 makes the play at the 26.
Well, they're throwing those shortish passes over the
When a
middle,
quarterback
right?
has a guy like this who can catch about any ball he throws, he can become kind of a security blanket. If he gets in trouble or he starts feeling pressure, he can look in his direction because he has so much confidence in him.
But they haven't scored yet.
Douglas, the lone back, Douglas. Mills stops him at the 17-yard line. 9-yard gain. And
See, when they
this is
do
8
occasionally
plays
run the
drive.
ball, it
Wouldn't
works really
score
well
yet.
because you're not expecting it, right?
Number 5, using split backs. Pressure, gets rid of it. Nice adjustment. Mills makes the tackle at the 13-yard line. This is a textbook type drive.
And the thing is, everything they called has worked. Even when it hasn't worked, it still worked.
It's first and 10. Number 5 with split backs. Throws it. He hits his receiver.
Well, there he is again. He's got 6 or 7 catches in the game
He's
now.
known throughout football for his precision and accuracy, John.
And with good reason. You talk about accuracy, hitting spots, and leading receivers, he can do it all. And he makes it look so easy, too. I really like watching him play out there.
6 yards to go for a touchdown.
See if they go to the flats, throw an interception to you now.
Douglas.
Nope, they're going to run the ball.
For a loss of a couple. Douglas didn't have much to work with on that running play.
That's because the defense did a good job.
5 wide
anticipating
receivers?
snap
Yep, they got 5
With an
wide
aggressive
receivers out
defense
there.
Like this, a hard count could be an effective way.
But they only need to pick up 4 yards,
Trying
so
to draw 'em off sides.
this might be tough to stop too, right?
The home team line up. in a
Or
5
maybe you'll get a
receiver set
sack.
this time.
Yeah, I had the corners pressed down on these guys.
Oh, okay, you got a jam there, eh?
Double jam, by the looks of
Yeah.
it. Triple
Actually-
jam.
Oh, yeah,
Quadruple jam.
look at that. Wow, everybody got jammed.
Yeah, I ordered them because I don't have a lot of room back here.
Oh,
so
look
I
at
just,
they're going on 4th down.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, you might as yeah. You know what? That turned out to be a pretty good call.
And this is the 12th play of this drive. In field goal range now. Press coverage on the outside. Not a lot of options here. They have to take a shot.
Oh, look at that! He got him on 4th down.
There we go.
Yeah, this is not
Yeah,
what
because I don't have
quarterbacks
any
do on
field
4th
back there,
down.
right?
It's your
And
last
I'm not
shot.
going to
You're
let them
going
throw
for
it in front of me
At
because
least
any
throw it up
amount
there
of
and
yardage
give
they
your
can
guy a
make
shot.
from here is going to be
A sack
dangerous,
is
right?
definitely
Yep.
not what
So
you
by
want
pressing,
here.
I can take away those short underneath passes that I normally give up with my man coverage, like that short 10-yard curl that they like to throw.
Well,
that
I
they
think-
threw on that drive.
I think we can honestly say now that it looks like Cedric Perry's slump is over.
Yep.
Grade 28.
This one is handed on. Carter with the
That's a holding penalty. Nope, that's an offsides penalty.
You know what? 1st and 5 or 2nd and 5?
Take
Yeah,
the
okay.
first.
We'll take the 1st and
The
5.
defense was a bit too aggressive, and they're offside.
That penalty was a costly one. It basically gives the offense a free play.
Set. Grade
Changing the play
28.
now.
Texas 72.
That one doesn't stop the clock either.
Weird.
Lucky.
Yeah, I don't know what determines whether a penalty stops the clock or not. Like, I'm not sure what the rule is on there.
Right makes the tackle at the 30. They don't have to go deep to pick up first down.
Yeah, and this quarterback makes his living with these kind of passes. He'll dink and dunk you all the way down to the end zone.
D left. Set.
Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Maybe everybody will angle block the right way. Or not.
Handed off to the back.
No, they just didn't block that guy at all,
Right in there and
right?
brings him down. That play wasn't going anywhere except
I don't know.
I'll tell you, sometimes the back needs to know when
The
to
run
just
play
go
is
down.
the run game has
Try
pretty
to
much
make
been a
something
joke
happen.
in this game so far.
I mean, all they do is stack the line all game long.
Yep.
Look at the yards allowed. Oh my god.
I wasn't looking. What is it? What did it say?
500 yards allowed, but with a season average of 257.
looking for an option with the pass. Humphrey.
Well, that'll
pulls him
make back
down.
that yardage, and now you've got an easy third down.
He's having a big game with 5 catches now. 3rd down and 4.
It's not a sure thing, but it's a lot easier than the 10 yards.
Consistent success on 3rd
Well,
down,
I've got the
which they have,
linebacker coverage
usually
on Herman
translates into a
again.
win.
He's looking with the throw. A lot of space in front of him. The 50. And he'll take it out of bounds at the 46.
Right, they put a 4-3 out against a 5 wide receiver set again.
Hard as he
Yep.
throws it, he always
They're never
seems
gonna
to
learn
put the
that.
ball right on
No.
the receiver's
Isn't that
side.
just a stock 5 wide receiver set, too?
Yes, it is. It's the out of the box shotgun
Out
empty.
of the nickel. Directing traffic.
I actually like that formation. I use it a lot, and it's present in almost every playbook that I design.
Yeah, and so it's not even that you're exploiting something there. They're just making a bad play call.
That's
by-
right. They're just making a bad play call.
38-yard line. Mills makes the catch but doesn't get very far.
And that's what the mark of a solid defense.
Because if you see 5 wide receivers coming out, I think that you
A
know,
dime or a quarter is warranted.
Looks like he's
Yeah.
changing the play. Number 47. The most
because they're not. It's obviously not a running formation. There is going to be no run play called from that. So
throws it.
But they crowd the line anyways.
Hits his
Yep.
receiver. Williams is the guy.
Maybe they think Bo Jenkins is a rushing threat.
He's not really.
Jenkins doing an
I
excellent
mean,
job.
he's got enough mobility to move around in the pocket a little bit and, you know, sometimes maybe extend the play, but he's not a, in my opinion, a scrambling quarterback.
Mills comes in motion.
But sure, we'll try this again. Why not?
Hands it off to the
Yeah,
back.
look at that. 2 unblocked guys over there again, right?
You outnumbered them.
Yeah, what are these guys doing over here? Look at that. See, they just both basically ignored him. Even the tight end that kind of ran into that DB there didn't even block him.
Yeah, they
right?
don't actually block him.
Yeah, and then he turns around and blocks somebody who is irrelevant, right?
Yeah, rear side pursuit.
Like this guy here, he's irrelevant. I'm already way past him, right? I don't know.
To the field.
I would like to be able to slap the person that designed the blocking logic for this game every time that I run a run play and something stupid like that happens.
They have to get inside the 18 to convert for the
That
first
person
down.
deserves to be slapped every single time that that happens.
Oh, well.
Home team come out on a nickel package. Changing the play now. Allen, the man in motion. Dropping back.
Okay.
Oh!
Really? Wow. Okay.
What's that, his first drop?
Yep.
Well, I guess he's had a lot of receptions this game,
Play of
so...
this drive. Here are the numbers when it comes to third
Well,
down
I have a
conversion.
feeling this may be the first non-scoring drive in the game for me.
On third down, you keep 3 things. You keep your drive going, you keep their defense on
Whoa,
the field.
moving a lot
and
of
you
guys
keep your
around there.
Yeah,
defense
they've got a lot of
resting
guys
on the
over there
sideline.
on that side.
He's looking. Throws on the move.
Oh.
Ooh, nearly picked off. Despite good
Well, I
coverage
could
and
try a
pressure
field goal. I got a good
That
wind
one
at my
looked like it
back.
slipped out of his
It's
hands a little
possible.
bit while he was winding up to throw it.
You've made one from this distance before with a wind at your back.
Yeah.
With this kicker.
one of the best in the league, John, but it's a little surprising to see him in from this distance.
No, I don't think I made it because I screwed up at the bottom.
And
Right.
it's on its way.
Oh, it just made it through. I guess.
Sometimes things just work out.
Yeah, I guess the wind helped me out there a little after all. I just barely made it though.
When you make a kick like this one.
I didn't think I was going to.
It's that amazing kick power, man.
Yep.
It comes through for you.
Yeah. I haven't missed a field goal yet this season.
Booming kick downfield.
Yeah, you get him just a little bit more kick power, and he could be kicking touchbacks next season.
The home team.
Yeah, the punter.
Yeah.
21-yard line.
All right.
First and 10. Loses the defender. Number 52.
They were trying there.
At the 30.
Yep. Oh, now they're at 5 wide receivers again.
Over if he has to.
He'll come out
I
of the
just-
backfield and make a few catches
it's a
too.
thing, man.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
They love the 5 wide receivers on this team somehow, suddenly, for some reason. Oh, they just audible to a split backs.
Yeah, because they are looking for more pass protection, right?
Well, that was terrible coverage.
Yep.
44. Just where to
That
attack
extra
the
pass
pass on that
protection
play.
probably
Great throw.
helped them there though, because otherwise, like if Cedric Perry comes unblocked around the edge there, if they've got an empty backfield, that guy was dead, right?
Yeah. Well, see, we got 3 deep zones here, but they flood out the left-hand side
Yeah.
And we're back.
with 2 streaks by the looks of it. That looks like that was
Double streaks
double
on one
sideline
side.
streaks, yeah. That's what that was.
Number 5 with split backs. Closing in. Throwing.
Oh! Nipper just almost got that one.
He
Yep,
didn't pick it
almost.
off,
If
but
only he
didn't let
actually
the
had
receiver
hands.
make the catch either. Still a pretty good effort.
He doesn't have hands.
Yeah, but he used those caps that are on the ends of his arms to knock the ball down, right?
Calling an audible. Carswell moves in motion.
Oh, look at this. See, they're bringing in the extra help again.
Looking downfield, pressure coming with the throw, and it's
Well, that looked like it was pretty
Makes
closely
his
covered,
pass
too.
For a first down on this drive.
I don't know. I mean, your defensive effort, I think, has been kind of overshadowed by the offense today. But you've played a great game so far.
Well, I do my best.
Yeah.
He's at the 20. Ooh, that one will leave a mark.
Danny Jones stopping the running back.
He's
Yeah.
going to feel that in the morning. Take a look at this. He gets himself into position, keeps his legs under him, and then boom, he just unloads. Now that's a depleter.
Well, that I can kind of believe, though, when they got the fullback downfield there doing that.
Going to the air on first down. Throws it. Incomplete pass. Seventh play of this drive.
Empty.
The home team line up in a 5-receiver set this time. Throwing short to the right side.
Yeah.
They dropped additional
Trying to be
people into
cute.
the
Yeah, trying to throw
secondary,
a
but
wide
still
receiver
generated
screen or
an
something over
excellent
there.
rush.
And that gives you a lot of flexibility calling your defense. If the guys up front are good at creating pressure, then you don't have to blitz as often, giving you the ability to double cover an opponent's best receiver.
The backs are lined up in an eye.
Come on, D. Stop him here.
Pressure lobs one into the end zone.
Well, at least he didn't tip it to Crosby.
Yeah, well, they're going to go on fourth down now.
And this is the 9th play of this drive. Difficult situation here, but not much else they can do but go for it.
Keep out.
Drops back with the pass.
Oh, what was that?
That was terrible coverage. That guy had time to stand still there.
Yeah, wow. That was pretty bad, yeah.
He ran in a full circle around him. He actually accelerated and ran in a full circle around him.
Yeah, who knows what the hell he was doing there. That was terrible. At that point, he shouldn't even have his back to the line of scrimmage. He should still be backpedaling, right? Really, because that receiver's not going to outrun him to the back of the end zone.
Yeah, actually, he looked like he slowed down there.
The kick is up, and the extra point is good.
Ah, well.
Well, that's okay. You had a good game anyway. You can't. Oh, look at this. They're going to try an onside kick now because being, trailing by 49 points, they might have a chance to come back, right?
Here's the onside kick from the 40-yard line.
Well,
For
Austin.
the
Yeah.
first play of this drive, they were able to pick up a field goal on their last drive. 1st and 10.
Well, I guess if they get the ball enough times, they're going to get their points one way or another,
See
right?
something in the defense. Number 47 goes.
I don't know. In that particular case, I think that was another one of those dice roll situations. Oh, they swapped out somebody over there.
Throwing on first down.
Oop, I got sacked. They brought somebody from the outside.
That's okay. Getting sacked keeps the clock
To
running.
the quarterback.
Yeah, I guess so,
Doesn't
hey.
let him get away.
Well, let's see here.
Now in 2nd and long after the sack.
Set.
Allen, the motion man. Looking for an option. Throwing on the run.
Well, okay.
She's made. Hendrick with the tackle at the 21-yard line.
And that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
And we've reached the 2-minute mark.
See, I told you, Allen's going to be a 1,000-yard receiver this season.
Apparently.
Gray, 35.
He is.
Cowboy, 35.
Pass play here on first down. Gets rid of it, and he hits his target. Rhodes did a nice job getting to that ball.
These guys look like they've been teammates forever.
They'll need to reach the 11-yard line.
That's because they have been teammates forever.
Yep.
Calling an audible now.
72.
Looks like he's calling an audible.
Yep, just abandon the running game. We're just gonna pass the ball.
Come on, let's go.
Dropping back, gets the pass off, and he makes the grab.
It's the possession passing attack.
Trouble making that count.
That's what these receivers are always.
Well,
looking
you know
for.
what? You
Soft
got to mix it
coverage
up a little
or
bit. You
hole
can't
in
go
the
deep
zone
all
where
the
they can break
time, right?
free and wait for the pass to get there.
I don't know.
A little over a minute left. They've done very well on third down to this point.
Watch the run. Get up.
Watch the run.
Step up deep.
These guys just have their heads in the wrong space, man.
Yep.
They've had their heads in the wrong space all game long.
Get after it. Get after it. Hold him down.
Looking for an option. Throws it right to him. He just unloaded.
At this point, I'm just kind of spreading the ball around a little bit.
You don't even have to run another play.
I know, but I don't want my red zone scoring percentage to suffer, right?
Set.
So if I have to here, I'll call a timeout with a few seconds left and then just kick a field goal.
Number 86. Number 51 is the guy who's there to bring him down. At the 2-yard gain.
Let's call a
2
timeout.
more yards and they'll be
Oh,
in
there's
the
no
end
hurry.
zone.
Let's get him. Set.
Calling an audible now. He tucks it
Oof.
away. Stopped behind the line. Loss of a couple. Jenkins wanted some time to sort things out. Number 12 is heading onto the field for this field goal attempt.
Hot.
And it's on its way. And so that kick is good.
Well,
There's the final gun.
there we
Final
go.
score is
Beat 'em by
Kansas City,
52 points.
62.
Yep, 62 to 10.
A
Wow.
lot of scoring, but a one-sided game.
Thing is, though, they never adapted to what I was doing, right?
Yep.
You know, like, really. They just kept playing the same strategy. Oh, look at this. 559 yards. I just set a passing record, single game passing record.
Yikes.
559 yards in one game.
Well, I'll never post that much.
Gained 100 receiving yards with 2 different players. Wow. Well, so we ended up with 36 yards rushing, though. They were really good against the run.
Yeah, it was right to the very bitter
Right
end.
to the bitter end, yep. So, and we had the one turnover in our favor. Look at that. Your offensive or your defensive red zone scoring percentage is 50%.
Yep, if they hadn't
this
made
game.
that one pass.
If they hadn't made that one pass, it would have been 0. Yep. Did pretty well. So here we go. Bo Jenkins with a 144.9 passer rating, 559 yards and 5 touchdowns. Completed 88% of his passes, 45 out of 51. Wow. And
You had a phenomenal rushing average this game.
well, again, like it didn't really seem to matter very much what I did, right?
yeah.
You know, the only rushing touchdowns that I got were because I was in close to the goal line. So there we go. Rhodes had a good game. Golston had a good game. Mills as well. Right. And Allen. So there we go. And not too many drops. Mills dropped one. He had the longest pass reception in the game, too. So, there we go.
Well, looks like Gooden was busy.
Yeah, well, on the kickoff coverage, right? I mean, players on the kickoff coverage team, that one key player will pick up most of the tackles, right? Unless you miss with one.
Both Pete and Roble got one, so I managed to get 2 this game.
Yep.
Cedric Perry got 3 sacks.
Yep. Oh, look at that. Jamie Boston got a sack.
Yeah, he stole one from Perry.
I guess that one where you were controlling him, right? That was the one?
Yep.
And then Pete and Roble each got one.
Yep.
So there you go. Sacked them 6 times.
Yeah, actually, I got 3 sacks myself there.
Yep.
Had nose tackle.
Yeah, and lots of pass knockdowns this game, too.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only 8. 1 forced fumble. 1 fumble recovery. That was that kickoff.
Yep. So there you go, right? Everybody pretty much did
What they were supposed to.
What they were supposed to do. Except the Badmen defense.
Look at this guy.
Defense. Shame
They scored
on them.
10 points and he still managed an 83.8 rating.
Yeah, well, he did complete 56% of his passes, and he managed not to throw an interception, right? So,
In spite of his best efforts.
yeah. But look at this. See, rushing, they don't run the ball much. They ran the ball like 12 times, and they did not get any long runs, right? And that's what I touched on earlier in this game, too, is that unless they get that 40, 50, 60-yard run with, like, all in one shot, they very rarely will ever reach 100 yards rushing. For one thing, they don't do it enough, and for another thing, that it's an all or nothing thing, right? You either shut them down for nothing, or they get a huge gain.
Yep.
But you know what? The usual guys, they all caught lots of passes too. Right? All the stars in the receiving group all caught a decent number of passes in this game.
3 drops.
Yeah. Which isn't bad considering the number of pass attempts they made. So, there you go. I got tackled for a loss 7 times, so it's not like, after a while you just don't go there anymore, right? If they're not going to let you run and they're going to line everybody up on the line, well, you might as well. Might as well just fill the air with footballs and run up the score. Now let's see who the player of the game was. Bo Jenkins.
Yep, for sure.
Yep.
How could it not be?
Yeah. Setting a single game passing record of 559 yards. He's probably going to be the offensive player of the week, too.
Probably.
Anyway, until next time.
I'm Rec V5.
And I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.